Alright, hi guys. Welcome to the stream. This one's gonna be kind of short, just kind of just want to do a quick little talk, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what to say, but I guess who really is, I just want to talk about my streams lately, as some of you may or may not know, I deal with a lot of different, mental illnesses, from anxiety disorders to PTSD to, um, what do they call it now? Borderline personality disorder? No, that's not right. Dissociative identity disorder, I think is what they call it. It's not a word for schizophrenia, but it is what it is. So, dealing with all these things, you can see it in my streams as of lately that I've just been, and bipolar. Bipolar is what really plays a card here because I get so depressed and I get so anxious and I get so sad and then I don't want to stream and I don't want to do anything. But there's some things that keep me going. Like I started a cool little call channel to where I could call gyms out and stuff like that, and I've got some subscribers there, and there's people who are relying on me to help them out, and that stuff's pretty cool, and it's nice when people are like, you're a legend, and you're gonna be the next top call channel and all this stuff, which would be great because then I could actually get paid for making calls, which would be what I would rather be doing, but now I'm just stuck, guys, stuck in a stupid job that I don't want to be at. Flipping burgers at Hardee's, always fun, always fun flipping burgers at Hardee's, but just tired of it, I mean, it's just, I make so much more money like messing around with these little shit coins and stuff, man. I mean, I turned $150 into $2,000, and then I turned $150 into 600, and then I turned $150 into, I think it was like 5 something, and then I turned another $2,000 into about, I think that one went up to about $3,000. But like, that's how much money I'm making outside of that place, and these people are like paying me. Well, they finally started paying me $12 an hour, which is nice, but is it worth it? I mean, I'm still working 20 some hours a week, which is, not that much, maybe 30 if I'm lucky, but that's okay because I don't want to work a lot, especially not there. And, yeah, I mean, don't know how long I'll be there, but, long enough so I don't have to deal with having to be bad on money, I mean, once we're able to actually be good on money, then I won't have to worry about it so much, and I might be able to leave that job behind. But till then, I guess I'll be flipping burgers, and for the most part, I'm good until you get them pretentious assholes who decide that they want to like always talk crap about you or come back with some snide remarks like, "Hey, let me ask you a stupid question. Why aren't you making 2 sandwiches at once?" I'm just sitting there, I look up at the board, I see that a second sandwich has come up. I look at him and I say, "Because I didn't look at the board a second time." And he said, "Well, you need to make sure to do that." And I'm just sitting there like, "Man, you took the time out of your day to walk all the way back to the kitchen to tell me that when you could have just hollered at me, hey, there's 2 of those sandwiches when you saw me only making 1. Instead, you wasted everybody's time." It's stuff like that, Like, I don't deal with stuff like that very well because like people are assholes, man, and especially the ones who make them snide remarks like that, and they get on my nerves so badly. And you know. Just trying to be sane and to hold it together. I realized my music was playing, so I hope that you guys could actually hear me. Man, I feel like such a dope sometimes, but yeah, I'm still here, being my own dopey self, drinking my coffee, and I'm gonna try and stream more for you guys when I can. Some more clone drone for sure. But what's today? Today's the 2nd. On the 5th, I have a doctor's appointment, my therapist's appointment, so we'll probably start talking more stuff about the PTSD and stuff like that, trying to find a way out of it, because it's really hard to deal with, when every day, like, you get stuck in this vicious cycle where you're just stuck in the same moments over and over and over again. And I mean, it's hard to even talk about because even when you start talking about it, it puts your brain back there, and makes me think about it when I talk about it, and that sucks because that's part of the problem is, what do you do when you're triggered by everything? When you're triggered by absolutely everything, what do you do? Boy, I hope the first part of this wasn't muted. In case the first part is muted, I was just kind of going over my different mental illnesses and stuff. The biggest being PTSD and my anxiety disorders and the schizophrenia and the bipolar. The bipolar is really hard to deal with, and it's really hard for my family to deal with because I can be such an asshole. I try not to be. In my mind, I'm not, but how I treat other people is evident to the fact. I mean, you just can't ignore how someone else feels just because you don't feel like they should feel like that, or you don't feel like you're like that. Because that's the problem with that disorder is I don't feel like I'm like that. Like, part of me is like that, but the part of me that's there is not. I mean, it's all about what Alter is running the show at the time. I have a lot of control, probably more control than what most people do with it, but sometimes I slip into these altars and I'm just not a nice person, but then I get held accountable for what that side of me does, as I should be. But it's hard because you don't see those mistakes, because you don't know that you're in it. You don't know what you're doing, because you're not yourself, you're someone else. It's a hard thing to explain. I think that's a hard thing to explain, but personality disorders are difficult to deal with. I've been just now addressing it over this last 6 months or so. It's the first time I've really just accepted that, hey, I have problems, I need help, and I need to stop tearing down the people around me, because that's a lot about what it does. The people who are closest to you are going to be the ones that you take it out on the most, and you don't mean to. You don't realize you're doing it, but you love and hate them. It's weird, when you have parts of you that feel one way and parts of you that feel another way, and then you get stuck arguing with yourself all day. I argue with myself all the time about the most senseless stuff, and sometimes about serious stuff, just trying to figure out a way in life, but mental illness, it's a hard topic, but I'm trying to push past it. These guys got me on Seroquel for sleep to help me with my anxiety, not my anxiety, to help me with my insomnia, and then I take Abilify during the day, every day, to help me with my moods, and then I take Buspar twice a day to help me with my anxiety, and then they're about to add a fourth medicine, a PTSD exclusive medicine, which should help me with my triggers. At least that seems to be the idea. But I still feel like I need to get my anxiety under control, because there's still days where I'm like, alright, it's time to go to work, and I'm like, and then that whelp starts to raise in my chest, and I start thinking about the day, and I start thinking about money I make elsewhere, and I start thinking about, do I really need that job? And I'm like, do I really want to go and deal with these stupid people? And I mean, it's not even just the stupid people, it's the stupid sandwiches too, I mean, you're going to throw one person on the back line on a Saturday, which is today, and I only have one other person with me who's doing the chicken and stuff, and that part sucks, because it's going to be just me making sandwiches. So even if we get 8 sandwiches in a row, guess what? I'm making the first 4, I'm making the second 4. It don't matter, because I gotta do it, And that's the part I don't like about it, is they don't really have a lot of help, so you end up kind of suffering because of that. And all that takes a weight on my mental status as well, because I don't want to be there, I don't want to work there. I'd rather just flip my little shit coins and be done, but the little shit coins right now aren't enough money, I mean, yeah, it was nice, I paid my rent this month with it, no one else had to pull money out for rent, just me, or mortgage, whatever, so I mean, that part felt good, but it doesn't happen like that every month. That's why I got the job, because I took the $500 I made from my second paycheck and threw it all into cryptocurrency and made I don't know, almost $4,000 off of that $500. So I mean, it's a give and take, but the wife, she doesn't like it. The brother doesn't like it. I mean, the people I live with don't like what I'm trying to do for a living. They don't see it as a valued profession, that we could actually make it big and not have to worry about money ever again, as long as we just keep pushing to do this, and my brother just refuses. He keeps all his money in cash or in the bank, which makes no sense, because the US dollar is going down the drain. I'm just saying, and he don't want to listen, so he keeps his money there, and we spend that on some bills and stuff like that. Meanwhile, I'm making $2 to $4 grand off my $500, come on now. Like, I don't understand what he's doing, but, you know, it is his money, so I'm not going to stop him. And he helps us pay for the mortgage and for the other bills and stuff, so, you know, you can't be too mad at him. And, you know, my wife, she has narcolepsy, so she can't drive anywhere. And because she can't drive anywhere, she also can't work anywhere for the most part. I mean, of course, so many more avenues have opened up now because of, you know, working from home and stuff like that. But working from home is still hard to find a job doing that, too. You know, if I could find a job working from home, I wouldn't be leaving home to go work at Hardee's, you know? I mean, that's for dang sure. And, which reminds me, I'm going to call them here shortly. But, oh, God, I got to go to work today. No, I don't want to end the stream. Thank you for asking. But, yeah, I gotta go to work. I gotta go deal with the stupid sandwich making people again today. Standing there like a bumbling moron, doing nothing, just waiting for the day to end and making sandwiches. I cannot stand it. It drives my mental stability through the fucking ground, you know, like. I'm anxious now. Anxious about doing it. I'm anxious about this, this stream. I'm anxious, you know. Just about everything, you know, but I'm going to keep on pushing. I'm going to keep on doing me to the best that I can, and I'm going to try and build a nice little online profile for Pandalord, you know, that way I can actually make some money, you know, making calls for these people and stuff like that, instead of just popping in and doing a call for free. Pop in and they'll offer me money to do the call, you know. I mean, it just is what it is, and so hopefully that would be a nice little thing to go. My call channel's up to like 18 people, but I mean, every time I make a post, it gets seen by at least 100 people. So, and that's because I posted around and stuff to the groups that I'm making the post for and whatnot. But yeah, you know, meme coins are insane. You know, I mean, King of the Hill pumped a little over 1,000% last night. Insane. How do we live in a world where your quote stocks can just easily pump? Like almost every single one went up 1,000%, like after their first day of launch or what have you. I mean, it was just crazy. All of a sudden, we're just in cartoon season. Everyone's buying Futurama, and they're buying Rick and Morty, and they're buying Kilkenny from South Park. They're buying Rugrats. They're buying Scooby Doo. They're buying Tom and Jerry. They're buying, and this sounds so weird because it's like, these aren't stocks for those shows or anything. These are just cryptocurrencies based off of the shows, and there's no copyright law or anything that keeps them from, you know, doing it and whatnot. And so it's just really cool to watch. You know, I mean, the hardest part would be if they need to make merchandise. You know, that merchandise would have some kind of copyright to it. But I think they could probably pay some kind of royalty fee or something like that to be able to still use the pictures. But it's just a crazy world. You know, I mean, why do these little stocks do or these little cryptocurrencies do their thing, you know? I've seen some of them pump 20,000, 30,000%. How do you get something that pumps 30,000%? Like, that's crazy. Why can't I be on that one, you know? So, but I'm trying King the Hill out now. We'll see. I think it'll do well. It's already up like a 2x for my call, so we'll, see if she keeps on rolling. You know, I think by tomorrow we'll have a good base of people and stuff, and I'll be making real money then. But oh look, I got stuck on cryptocurrency. Oh well. But you know, my mental health is important to me, and I try and sleep well, and I try and eat well, and I try and keep it all up. You know, that way I can still go to work and deal with it all. But it's hard, guys. It's hard just getting out of bed in the morning. The PTSD, for example, as most probably don't know, is that me and my wife lost our son almost 10 years ago. It'll be 10 years in April. You know, that was hard. Sorry, I got stuck again. It was a hard thing to go through in life, you know. You don't expect it. You don't know how to deal with it. And then the people around you don't know how to deal with you or it. Nobody does, you know, because it's not supposed to happen like that, you know. Babies aren't supposed to leave us. We're supposed to leave the babies. And it was the hardest thing for me, you know, to see a life that you have now missed out on every milestone that everyone else in my age group is going through, you know. My best friends have kids. Dan has a kid. He doesn't see him, doesn't take care of him, isn't nice to the mom. And I'm like, dude, you don't understand what you're missing, you know? And then you got my other buddy, Tim, on the complete opposite page. He had a kid, and the mom went crazy and, left him and took the kid and everything, but Tim sees his kid every weekend. Tim goes out there to make sure he's a part of his son's life, He goes out of his way to do that because he knows. Tim watched. Tim saw what happened to me. He saw who the person I was before. He saw the person I was during, and he saw the person I was after. So, I feel like I helped him in that way. To where he can see farther than what most people can. To be able to understand that what you have is an amazing gift. And you should never piss that away. Because I lost my son. And you don't get second chances, I almost lost my wife too in that moment. But she's still here for as long as she'll deal with my bullshit anyways. Which, I'd be honest, I don't know how long that'll really be. And that's sad too, because, I want more children. And I don't really want more children with just anybody, I want more children with my wife, obviously. But she doesn't want anything to do with me. I'm too angry of a person. I do my best to treat her right, but in her mind I don't. And, probably in other people's minds too, not just hers. I've always been like that, I always told her, I'm going to do my best to never hurt you. But I'm going to. And I don't know if I'll ever understand that about myself. I can see it in my dad, when I look at how he treats the relationships around him. I can see that he's so much like me, it ain't even funny. He does the same fuck-ups that I would do, and tears down the people around him just like I do. And then doesn't understand how or why they're fucking doing it. Just like me. He just doesn't understand. So I hope by the end of all this that me and her will still be together, and that we can have more kids and live our life. We finally have a house, we finally have land, we finally have everything we need to make a future now, besides good money. But I'm working on the good money part now, That's for sure. Working on the good money part now. And, but I feel like she can't see it. I feel like my brother can't see it, no matter how much I try to show him. I attempt to. I try to show them that I'm doing well. I even let them know when I'm doing bad. That way they can see the whole spectrum of it, But when it comes down to it, at the beginning of all this, I messed it all up really badly. I lost a lot of money. And I'm not talking about your normal a lot of money. I'm talking about a lot of money, like 5 figures. Yeah, 5 freaking figures gone. And it's rough, because I know that if I kept on to that, I could have made so much more money, but I didn't realize back then that you needed to trade out of stuff. You don't just buy it and hold it. You need to take your profits. You need to trade out. You need to make sure that you're good, and you're just not. I just wasn't, And so, but you learn. That's how I learned to be a good trader, was by losing money, The more money I lost, the better it got, because I got smarter. And I wasn't going to let people just keep taking advantage of me and keep losing my money over and over again. So, good things come to those who wait and those who learn from their past. You have to be able to learn from your past, though. And if you cannot learn from your past or the people around you, then there's no point in most of it. There's no point in most of life if you can't do those things. You have to be able to learn. You have to be able to adapt. And you have to be able to change. And see, these are some of my problems, because I can adapt, but change is hard for me. Being different than what I am, or accepting how I am. Because you can't just be somebody else. You can't just be a different person. You are the person that you are, and you have to try and make yourself better. You can't change everything, but you can adjust things to try and make it easier for the people around you. And that's my goal, just to try and make it easier for the people around me, to be able to provide for my family and live my life just happy. That's what I want. I guess one day I get there. Happiness is a club that I've never been a part of for all these years. Every time I knock on their door, they answer. If they do answer, they slam it right back in my face. That's my life right there. Everything good gets thrown back at me in a way that just says, ha ha, you got to see it, you got to feel it, but you can't have it. And I don't know why. What did my ancestors do, What did my family do to get this curse bestowed upon them? It's not just me, it's Mom, it's Philip, it's my brother, it's my sister. We all have problems like this, of course, life's just kind of shit on me more than the rest of them, but we all go through our own things, I love my sister to death, but her life experience is really short for as old as she is. And my life experience is extremely long for how short my life has been. So, some takeaways there. Mental illness, not an easy thing to deal with. Be nice to the people who have problems. Always understand that everyone's going through something, whether you can see it or not, or feel it or not. Just always be mindful of people, and how you act to them, how you treat them, and what you say to them. Because, again, you never know what they just dealt with before they came into where they are, or before they were in your presence, You just don't know, and you have to treat it as such. You need to treat everybody nicely, in a good way, not make fun of or mock. That's probably the biggest reason I took so long to take care of my mental illnesses, is because I got bullied growing up. I was the kid who was thrown into trash cans, given wedgies, everything shy of a twirly in the damn toilet, everything short of that. I was picked on, I was abused, I was thrown around. It just is what it is. You don't know what people go through, don't know what they've dealt with. So I don't handle bullying pretty well at all. I stamp out bullying. Yep. I'm sad now. Thought this would make me feel better, but just talking about it makes me sad. Talking about my issues and stuff, but in one way it makes me feel better. It helps me get it off my chest, and it's my therapy session when I can't see my therapist, and yeah, if you listen, thanks for listening. I've been talking for 23 minutes now. I don't know if it's going to mute the first part of the video or not, but this is me just dealing with life, my anxiety, my depression, my bipolar, my multiple personality disorder, my PTSD, all of that. I gotta deal with all of that every single day. It never stops. It doesn't take a break. It's always watching me and waiting for the point to intervene to screw me up. Every time. Every time it's just watching and waiting. But I'll be here to combat it and try and continuously do the right thing. But yeah, thanks for listening if you listened, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hopefully it'll be a little bit more upbeat. I gotta go ahead and get ready for work, unfortunately. Get ready for my burger flipping job at $12 an hour, which is not bad for burger flipping, I'll take that for burger. I got paid half that in high school to do the same exact job, so I was making like $200 paychecks. Now I'm making like $500 paychecks. So now I can get far, but I got somewhere anyways. And then all that money just gets thrown right back into cryptocurrency, so I can keep on making more money. But I really enjoyed this talk, guys. And if you enjoyed it as well, please follow and subscribe. I don't know if you can subscribe yet. I'm almost to 3 viewers, an average of 3 viewers. I'm almost to the affiliate. I just need to get my 3 viewers up, and I'll be an affiliate. But if you want VIP, just shoot me a message on one of my streams, and I'll hook you up with a VIP position. And if you're cool. And yeah, thanks for joining me, guys, and I will see you on the next one.